Well, welcome back.
Today's the day.
Episode 5, Don't Wrestle Your Neighbor.
Episode 5,
Morning
doing a
show.
top 5.
Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by myself and Evan.
We are sponsoring ourselves.
Yes,
today.
we are sponsored by us.
We are saddled with the burden of what it takes. I love using that term saddled.
Yeah,
I
saddled.
feel like it's such a descriptive.
It's also
word.
uncomfortable. But anyway, today is Top 5 Friday, which means that we are going to randomly talk about or draft a top 5 best of something.
Yeah.
And today,
5th episode, top 5.
top 5. Today we are going to rate our top 5 cereals. Since I've been a father, cereal has become crucial in my life.
As a staff,
Yes.
not the whole staff, but in the middle of quarantine, we did like a Zoom kind of thing that was fun.
Yeah.
Me, you, Daniel, and Kelsey all
Right.
did like a draft
Yes.
of our favorite cereals, and then people voted on who had the best cereals.
I
So
won,
I
by
guess
the way.
I guess we can have a little competition here,
Yes, we should.
and a friendly competition. Honestly, my list, you're probably gonna win.
Did you not try?
Whoever gets to go first, we should probably do like rock paper scissors.
I agree.
To see who goes first.
We should totally do rock paper scissors because I think we both agree that there's a there is an,
Okay.
there's a
Before we
number
even
one
start,
choice.
I feel like maybe we should just take Cinnamon Toast Crunch off the table.
I was hoping you would say
I
that.
think maybe
fine with that.
I think maybe we should just do that
If you
because
don't agree that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal
it's
of
the
all
best
time, you're
cereal.
not trustworthy.
Everybody knows it, and if it's like on the list of cereals, I'm just picking that one, no matter what the rest of the cereals are.
I'm fine with that. So
Yeah.
basically, we're going to list our top 5. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors to decide who goes first.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, by the way. But we want you to make a list of your top 5 as well. Tell us who you agree with. And then also we want you to let us know who you believe won this competition.
Sure.
And then also let us know what you want us to do our top 5 of next week. So rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, baby. That's a W for
Oh, are we
Trey.
doing just
we-
one?
Oh,
I thought we were been doing best of 3.
Fine. We'll do it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
getting
tiebreaker.
dicey. Now I got to play a little head
All
game
right,
here.
here
He
we
hasn't
go.
changed in 2 times. What we got? Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh! Yes.
All right.
Trey is the victor.
Go
All right,
ahead.
so my top pick obviously would have been Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Sure.
as everyone knows. But I'm going to choose something that I love. It affects the roof of your mouth.
So is that a con or a
I think
pro?
it is one con, but I love this cereal.
It's gonna rough you up a little bit.
It does. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. You're eating it and you're like, oh, ow.
Okay.
Anyway, Captain Crunch.
Okay.
Berries.
Berries.
Berries with berries. But when it gets to the roof of your mouth, it gets a little
Yeah.
dicey.
Okay.
It can rub a little bit. So
Let me grab my list.
grab it. Where's your list? In the hat? Did you do that on purpose?
No. I had actually
Wow.
forgotten where my list was, and I was racking my brain to think about where I had put it.
And then you
And
remember.
I realized it was hidden
Evan,
in my
before we
hand.
started, said, I can't wait to show everyone where my list is. And I was like, okay. Wow, that was a great spot.
There it is.
Your number 1 draft pick is, and also because you went second, you get to pick 2.
Okay.
So it's your first and your second pick.
So obviously Cinnamon Toast Crunch is off
Right.
the table. So I'm going to go... Looking at the list here. I'm going to go Apple Jacks.
Okay.
Because
hate you for
I know that was on your list.
Yep.
And we both like Apple Jacks. And
I'm
that
making a
may
list
be
of your
too
picks.
that may be too old of a cereal for some of y'all.
It shouldn't be.
But
It's
check
still-
out Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
I don't know if the commercials are still on TV
They
for
are.
it and
They're
stuff like that.
They're an apple and a cinnamon dude.
Oh, it's different now?
Yeah, it's no longer the skateboard stuff.
It was like Extreme Sports was their big marketing thing whenever I was little. So I was like, I got to eat a bowl of Apple Jacks and then go do flips and tricks on my skateboard.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's going to fuel me.
Okay, so your first pick is Apple Jacks. Your second pick is...
And then I'm going to go... I'm going to go Honey Nut Cheerios second.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
I really like
for
Honey Nut
me,
Cheerios.
I have a favorite that you didn't pick there. And I'm going to go, my second pick is Frosted Flakes.
Not even on my list.
That's fine.
Frosted Flakes gets too soggy and
Yes.
too fast.
That I agree.
Then you're just
But
eating a
told
bowl
you-
of wet.
I told you
mint,
earlier,
like a
part of me, because
grain.
you know how competitive I am.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I'm very competitive.
very competitive
Me
guy.
eating Frosted Flakes is a competition. Can I finish this bowl of cereal before it gets soggy?
That sounds so much like something like that is Trey through and through. I'm going to have a competition. I'm at home relaxing. No one's here. Let me have a competition with myself to see if I can finish this before it gets soggy. Me at home, no competitions. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying my life. Trey, let me see if I can get into a competition with myself.
Yeah.
And then if I don't finish it before it gets soggy, beat myself up for the rest of the day for the fact that I couldn't.
Well, you waste like a third of it because you're not going to eat it. So you're just scarfing it down, man. Anyway, my third pick. So I have Captain Crunch with berries. I have Frosted Flakes. My third pick is a cereal that I also grew up eating, Fruit Loops.
Okay, that was on my list of options.
Okay.
But not towards the top of my list.
Respect.
So
Also, I need you to let you know that this is my pick. I'm not even thinking about you guys right now.
yeah, I'm not really thinking about trying to win.
Right. These are my top five cereals.
These are
and if
cereals
I win,
I
that is
enjoy
happy.
eating.
Yes, same here.
Yeah. So, okay. So I get 2 picks now.
Yes, you do.
So
yeah.
I've got
This is your third
Apple
pick.
Jacks and I've got Honey Nut Cheerios. Next, I think,
Okay.
is original Captain Crunch.
Ooh.
It's going to...
That's just the yellow pieces,
It
right?
will hurt your mouth,
Yes, it's a little rough.
but it is also delicious. Also, Captain Crunch is probably the number one cereal that I would just take a handful of
Dude.
and throw into my mouth.
Yes.
I
Yes.
wouldn't do that with
Yes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Cheerios. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
But Captain Crunch
Right, you just reach into the box.
just pops them in. Yeah. Enjoy.
I used to take a bag of Captain Crunch with berries to school all the time. Dude,
You were that guy.
Yeah, just what you did. And people were like, you don't eat cereal
Just
with milk.
opening up the
And
bag.
I'm like,
just
this is Captain Crunch that we're talking about.
In class.
the roof of my mouth is gonna hurt anyway. It doesn't matter if I have milk or don't have milk. It'll hurt.
it may help a little if you have
Yeah.
milk.
So you got Apple Jacks,
Apple
Honey Nut
Jacks,
Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios, original Captain Crunch.
Okay.
Then my next pick is Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Boom. This is a solid. I feel very happy about this list.
You should feel pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the chocolate cereals.
On the last time that I hear you on that, they have a time and a place.
Right.
The last time that we did this, back during COVID time,
Right.
whenever we were talking about earlier, I didn't hear you whenever you said Captain Crunch berries.
Oh, so you
I
left it off your
didn't.
list.
So I left it off my list, thinking you just said Captain Crunch.
Oh.
I'm not making that mistake this time.
Well done, sir.
Captain Crunch
done.
on the list.
Okay, so I have Captain Crunch with berries. I have Frosted Flakes. I have Fruit Loops. And
Fruit
because
Loops.
I'm doing
You know,
it for
Fruit Loops
me.
is a solid cereal.
Yes, it is. But the cereal that I used to eat all of the time, Honey Bunches of Oats.
Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yes.
Does that have? So that doesn't have raisins in it.
No, it is basically Honey Nut Cheerios, but almost if I'm remembering correctly, it's an off-brand, like a sister
Okay.
brand to Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay. Does it have bunches of like granola in it?
Not that I know of.
The bunches make me think. I've never had it.
Maybe I'm thinking
I've
of.
honestly
I might
never
be
had
thinking
it.
of the wrong cereal.
No, you know better than I do because I've never had this cereal.
Okay, so, but I'm gonna go with Honey Bunches of Oats.
Honey Bunches
And
of
then my
Oats.
final pick, my number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. I think you know how I feel about Lucky Charms.
I do. We don't need to get into it. I know that you think they're
horrible
pointless.
pick.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't
Horrible
like marshmallows in general.
But
so.
you know what I do like about Honey Nut Cheerios?
What?
The commercials.
The commercials are great.
The little guy running around.
That little bee man.
That's not Lucky Charms.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about Honey Nut Cheerios? Or you said Honey Nut Cheerios?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I love about Lucky Charms is the commercials. Those guys running around.
I know.
Trying to find the pot of gold and, with the marshmallows. And
It is kind of.
Wait, what's the cereal commercial where it's like, you can't have this because you're not a kid? Is that Trix?
Either that. Yeah.
The bunny rabbit's always rolling around and he's like sneaking some tricks and the kids come and hunt him down and they're like, you can't have this because you're not a kid.
I know. I feel like there's like,
I always felt bad for the rabbit.
I feel like Trix was like making bigger statements than what we allowed them to do.
I felt like it was a little much. As a kid, I was like,
be nice to the bunny.
Why can't he have the cereal?
It's the Easter Bunny, you know?
Yeah, it's like, let him have some.
Okay, so
it's good.
Your final pick, though.
My final pick. Okay, so I have Apple Jacks, I have Honey Nut Cheerios, I have Captain Crunch and Cocoa Puffs, and I'm gonna go off the beaten path here. And this is a very much a reference to my boy Daniel Cook.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to go and and this is him. This is Daniel Cook, man. If you mention something or show interest in it, he's going to go above and beyond for you. He's that kind of guy. True. He's that kind of friend. After we did our cereal thing, I was giving him a hard time about Cracklin Oat Bran.
You said that. It's just funny.
It is obscure.
None
it's
of
obscure.
You will know what that is.
I didn't know what it was. And I was very interested in what the heck is this cereal that you just mentioned. And he was like, it's good. It's like bran that's like clumped together in bigger clumps. And it tastes like really good, like cinnamon and sugar kind of. And it's good. And I had it by itself because he brought me a box, very kind of him. I had it by itself and I was a little like, this tastes a little earthy. You know, when you eat a cereal that's a little like,
for sure.
It's just like the milk doesn't quite like get in there enough.
Get that, yes. And
so what I did was I had Honey Nut Cheerios and I put some Cracklin Oat Bran in with the Honey Nut Cheerios. It was awesome.
You
loved it. So it's on the list. I enjoy it. I love it. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking up if I was right or not with my cereal.
I got you. So Cracklin Oat Bran, that makes the list of the top 5. Daniel, you converted me to a Cracklin Oat Bran. I don't know if I would say lover, but we're early on in our relationship, and I would say I am a liker. I'm in like with Cracklin Oat Bran. Maybe to use bachelor language, I'm falling for you. I'm falling for Cracklin Oat Bran.
So I was wrong. It was not Honey Bunches of Oats.
So you're disqualified and I win?
I don't want to be disqualified. What it was, it's Honey Nut cereal.
Honey Nut cereal?
Yes.
What's the shape of the cereal?
It's similar to
Honey
round?
Nut
Cheerio, yes.
Like a donut?
Yes. It's got a darker, like brown tint to it.
Okay.
Than does a Honey Nut Cheerio.
Honey Nut Cheerio.
So
does it taste different?
Or is it almost feels there's a little bit. I feel like there's a little bit more almost cinnamon taste to it. More
interesting.
So.
It's a little more cinnamony.
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't had them in forever, but my list. So you're gonna have to vote here. Who do you think won here? And please let us know. And then roast whoever lost.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch with berries is my number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Honey Nut cereal, and Lucky Charms.
Gotcha.
What do you got?
I am, and these are not in order. You said number 1 pick.
That's fine.
But mine are Apple Jacks, Honey Nut Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs, Original Captain Crunch, and Cracklin Oat Bran.
That's pretty good. That's honestly.
And I want to throw an honorable mention in here.
Okay, what do you have?
Because recently, Carly got some they're like air quotes healthy cereal. They're starting to make like this cereal with no sugar in it and there's no carbs. It's made of.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's made of like plants and all this stuff.
There's certain things
it's like
that
healthy
you
cereal.
should not eat healthy.
Anyway, let me finish.
I'm sorry, I won't get on that tangent.
So it's called Magic Spoon, and like I think it's like a big like Instagram, like TikTok brand or whatever.
Right,
like
right,
you see
right.
it a lot on those kind of
Right.
things. Those people market it.
Mm-hmm.
But Carly got like 4 boxes of it, and I've tried Fruity is one flavor. It's a lot like Fruity Pebbles, or not Fruity Pebbles, but what was on
Fruit
your
Loops.
list? Fruit Loops. It's a lot like Fruit Loops. They have a cocoa flavor,
Okay.
and they have a peanut butter flavor.
Interesting.
And so I tried the fruity one,
Mm-hmm.
and super impressed with like it tastes good, a lot like Fruity Pebbles. It tastes good, and it stays crunchier for longer in the milk.
That is always a good trait.
It has more, like it holds up better in the milk.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the chocolate and the peanut butter one, I mixed those two together
I got you.
into like a chocolate peanut butter cereal. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the
There's
results.
just certain things that I just don't.
I was into it. So I want to definitely do Magic Spoon as like a cereal brand as an honorable mention, because I've really been enjoying the Magic Spoon cereal stuff. And when I eat it, I'm like, I don't have to feel as bad.
But like, it's like eating pizza to me.
Sure.
Who cares?
No, but it's like if you eat pizza with cauliflower crust and it still tastes good, you're like, I had something I probably shouldn't have been eating, but it wasn't quite as bad for me as it could have been.
I just have no desire to ever get to the point where I'm thinking I want to eat something unhealthy, so I'm going to make it healthy.
Yeah, but it makes no difference because it's the same amount of delicious.
Is it?
It's like still really good.
There's a part of me that
That's
really
what I was
loves
shocked.
dabbing my napkin on my pizza, but getting the grease off of it.
You do? Why? I thought, didn't you just contradict yourself?
Huh?
Because you said you don't care about if it's healthy
No,
or
but
not.
if it's dripping, you got to be careful. Another honorable mention for me, though, my wife recently introduced me to Honey O's. As you can tell, I'm a big honey cereal person. I would have totally put
Honey
number
O's.
2 would have been my Honey Nut Cheerios if I could have. But they're called Honey O's, and they come in those little big old bags.
Mm-hmm.
Those off-brand cereals, man.
You know what I might
Some
experiment
of those
with?
slap.
Doing Honey Nut Cheerios, and then my mom keeps bees, so she has honey. Getting some of her honey and putting it on Honey Nut Cheerios.
I think that would be an interesting.
I think that could be something.
Okay, something.
That could be something.
Well, let us know what you think. Who won, Evan or I? You'll be seeing this next week, but
I came in not confident that I was going to win.
When Cinnamon Toast Crunch went off the board, it helps drastically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
it does.
that's a big thing. But let us know what you're thinking. Let us know who won. Let us know your favorite cereals. And we will.
I'd be very interested to know if there are like, since we're not as young,
Right.
if there are like
there's
new
new
cereals in the
right.
game that we don't know about.
Right. Yeah, and when you're arguing on Instagram or YouTube or whatever platform you're listening to this to, Spotify, remember, don't wrestle your neighbor. We'll see you later.
Bye.